The big story this week, a St. Joe alumna, a member of the class of 2010, is heading to Illinois.
Alumna Kathleen McMullin joined the Sisters of St. Francis of the Martyr St. George. She plans to spend a year there, in which is called a postulancy, to see if what God has called her to do.
McMullin is the latest St. Joe graduate to explore the religious life. She stopped by at St. Joe recently to talk about and share her spiritual journey. It's a fascinating story.
And it's a call that is really underappreciated in our church and in our society, for sure, for religious men and women who can be very, very gifted and called to serve the Lord in religious communities.
Kathleen McMullin is a St. Joe alumna who left September 7th to join the Sisters of St. Francis of the Martyr St. George in Alton, Illinois. McMullin deciphered the religious life in high school, but decided to explore other options while attending MSU.
When I finished at St. Joe in 2010, I went to Mississippi State, and I was there until 2014. And then from Mississippi State, I went on to the University of Mississippi Medical Center for Occupational Therapy School, and I finished there in 2017. And I started working as an OT and loved it, enjoyed it, but just had always felt like there was something more that the Lord wanted and was calling me to.
Father Nick, the Diocese of Jackson's Directors of Vocation, played a major role in McMullin's decision.
All of these people have been amazing in the way that they've just allowed God's call, which is for all of us, to vocation. They've allowed that call to affect their lives. Like, they've taken it seriously, they've discerned, and they've taken that next step, which is not, okay, I'm going to become a priest for sure, or I'm going to become a nun for sure. They've taken the step to discover whether they're called to be a priest or a nun.
While McMullin is St. Joe's most recent graduate to pursue the religious life, Will Fogo is attending St. Joseph Seminary College in Covington, Louisiana.
I was in high school, probably around my senior year, and then I went to Mississippi State after, and that calling kind of deepened, it grew and became louder, so much so that I couldn't really ignore it anymore. And, through prayer and spiritual direction, I kind of figured out that God was calling me to the seminary.
Father Nick quoted that St. Joe has been on fire recently with people who are discerning vocations. McMullin has an amazing story, and I'm sure that next year will be even more meaningful to her spiritually.